my dear friends. I'm so excited to see you, and you are so amazed to see me, right? Well, I'm dressed like this because today I'm in all mood to cut things, and today we're going to do chopping, a lot of chopping work. And today's chopping work is going to be for sentences. Yeah, we're going to chop sentences in English, alright? And let's see what we can learn as we chop. Ready? Let's get on to it. So here's my knife and I'm ready to chop. Come on, get it on. Let's go to the first sentence. Okay? Now, the sentence says, my mother bought a pink dress. Well, my mother bought a pink dress. This is a sentence, correct? A complete sentence which makes complete sense. Alright? And now, before we start chopping, I want you to know that we need to know something called subject. What is a subject? Well, you have subjects like English, Hindi, Marathi, EVS. Alright, all these are your subjects. But in grammar, a subject means the person or the thing which is doing a particular action. Okay, like for example, in this sentence, who is the subject? Who bought the pink dress? Mother, correct? So, mother is the subject. Alright? Now, remember, do not touch the subject. You have all rights to chop the sentence, but after the subject. After the subject, you can chop wherever you want. So, you can chop after the subject. Alright? Before mother and bought, you can chop in front of a. You can chop in front of pink, you can chop in front of dress. Alright, so I'm going to chop right now in front of bought. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There, the sentence broke into two. Well, what is it? My mother and bought a dress. So we're not interested in the subject. So we tell the subject, go away. Once that's gone, now the remaining part of the sentence, okay? Bought a pink dress. Bought a pink dress. Does it make any sense without that subject, my mother? Does bought a pink dress make any sense? For example, I say, hey, Minnie, hi. Bought a pink dress. What when you will say, हाँ, आगे बोलो. And then you'll say, bought a pink dress. हाँ, बोलो ना, आगे क्या है, पीछे क्या है? Bought, किसने bought, क्या bought, what are you trying to say? Talk some sense. Correct? That's what you'll say, right? Well, phrases make no sense at all. Correct? And those which doesn't make sense, which is not a complete sentence, is a phrase. Clear? Now, let's go to the next sentence and you'll understand more clearly. So the next sentence I have is, I should wash my hands properly. Now, you have to catch the subject. You tell me which is the subject here. Who should wash the hands? I, correct. So, I is your subject. Now, after I, be ready to chop anywhere. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to chop after wash. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, and chop. There. They broke into two. Now, let's tell the words with the subject goodbye, go away. Now, remaining what is left with us, if taken individually, is a meaningless thing. Okay, my hands properly. If you tell your mama, my hands properly. And what will mama say? What's wrong with this child? What? Come, tell me something. So, my hands properly doesn't make sense. But in fact, I should wash my hands properly makes sense. So sentences make sense, phrases do not make sense. And so, my hands properly is not a sentence, but a phrase. Clear? Let's go to the next one. Well, next one says, Jade sent a short email. So let's find out our subject. Who is our subject here? Jade. Very good. So Jade sent a short email. Let me chop wherever I want. Right now, let me chop exactly after the subject. So I'm going to chop after Jade. Are you with me? Alright? So I'm going to chop 1, 2, 3 and chop. There it cuts into two. And what do we have? Jade, and remaining sentence, send a short email. So what do? Say goodbye to the words with the subject. So we said goodbye, Jade, go away. All right. And so what do we have remaining there? Send a short email. So send a short email will be a phrase because as a whole it doesn't make any sense, right? Let's go to the next one. Next we have the teacher told us to take out our books. Teacher told us to take out our books. Who told us to take out our books? The teacher. And so who's the subject? Teacher. Teacher is the subject. Now, are you ready to chop? After the teacher, you can chop anywhere you want. Where do you want to chop? Well, how about we chop after us? Okay? Now, ready? Let us start. 1, 2, and 3. There. Now, let's say goodbye to the words with the subject. So, goodbye, bye-bye. Now, let us concentrate on our to take out our books. Okay, now what is to take out of our books? Well, doesn't make sense as a whole, so it is a phrase. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, next sentence and the last sentence. The dog ran across the bridge. So tell me, who is the subject here? Correct, the dog. All right, so after dog, let us chop anywhere we want. I am going to chop after across. So let's send off the words with the subject goodbye. And what do we have remaining? Across the bridge. Now, across the bridge. So I'll tell, you know what? Across the bridge. And you'll say, across the bridge what? What happened? Doesn't make sense. And so, the senseless words, which doesn't make a complete sense, is a phrase. Alright, now let me see if you have really understood the differences between a sentence and a phrase. Let me see if you can identify them. Back to fun facts. Yay! Now, fun fact about sentences is, if you really want to identify a sentence, you should always remember that a sentence starts with a capital letter, alright, and ends with a full stop, because a capital letter at the start and a full stop at the end shows the beginning and the end of a complete sentence. So that's a small trick you can use. Alright, so I hope you understood the differences between a sentence and a phrase. Well, check out your answers. Hope you got all the right answers. Alright, and thus we come to the end of the lesson, sentences and phrases. I hope you understood clearly. Sentences make sense. Phrases do not make sense. Sentences are senseful. Phrases are senseless. I hope you keep that in mind for sure, alright? See you on Friday. Bye-bye.